Mule Deer Foundation presents Trigger Effect, an outdoor life documentary series.
Oh, this thing is pulling. That's what you call a Manitoba dirt nap right there. Many things you can tell from a jawbone of a deer. But just a good example of a person's way of life that brought him to this land.
This is Trigger Effect. Trigger Effect is brought to you by Mule Deer Foundation, ensuring the conservation of mule deer, black-tailed deer, and their habitat. Nikon Optics, next generation, now. Schmeiser Archery, the next step in technical evolution. Westside Stores, providing quality products and service to Salmon Arm for over 20 years. Sasquatch Fabrication, specialized fabricating for hunters everywhere. And these fine sponsors.
Well, I'm back out here at one of my favorite ranches to hunt on. The weather's starting to warm up a little bit. The coyotes are paired up. We're just going to head over to this hilltop here. It's one of my favorite spots to sit. It's a great vantage point. I can see lots of access for the coyotes moving to and from this ranch. So we're just going to head over here, get set up for an evening shoot, and hopefully we can get something. I did see a coyote just as soon as I parked the truck at the ranch house, not too far from the stock pen. So he was working his way this way. We're probably going to bump him as we go to get set up, but that's okay. There's lots of coyotes around. It's looking really good, so lots of tracks everywhere. They've been coming and going quite a bit, so we'll go get set up, stay nice and quiet, do some calling, see if we can't get a dog or two to come out this evening. So stay tuned. I've got about an hour left of light here. We're set up on a hilltop, watching a river bottom, trying to get some predators moving. I'm going to do some calling, see if I can't get any of those coyotes to come out. I hope Dean and Gary are doing well in BC. I know they're out there coyote hunting as well, so hopefully now that the weather's changed and the coyotes are pairing up, hopefully we'll get some dogs coming in and have it pick up a bit. It's been so darn cold here in Manitoba. We've had a heck of a winter. Lots of snow, lots of wind, lots of really cold temperatures, so I haven't gotten out as many times as I'd like, but it's warmed up. It's looking good. Tonight's going to be good.
Well, it's February. Perfect time for hunting coyotes. They're starting to pair up and they're a lot more active. So we're heading out on our first attempt at some coyote hunting, and hopefully we can give Mr. Dirt Nap a run for his money. So stay tuned.
Closed captioning for Trigger Effect provided by Regent Custom Cresting and Framing. For all your promotional goods, embroidery, and screen printing needs, visit us today at www.regentcc.ca.
Well, this morning was a little bit of a bust. We got all set up. Wind was right. It was kind of calm and quiet. First call we put out there was a female invitation call. We got a great reaction from a pack that left. They were coming in hard. And then all of a sudden, Murphy's Law kicked in, wind switched on us, picked up. Everything's a bust. So I guess I'm not going to be beating Mr. Mickey this morning. So let's head back to Manitoba and see how Kent's doing.
gone down. We're running out of light. We've got maybe another 20 minutes and we'll have to pack up and leave. It was a beautiful sit tonight, but just no action. We heard coyotes, but nothing has come out yet, so I'll do another call set and see if we can't get something to move here at last light, but oh well, it was better than being stuck in an office. It wasn't a big recovery.
No. Pretty devastating broadhead.
Tell you what, they put the game down. Through the stag, into the tree. Schmeiser archery.
The Schmeiser broadhead combines physics of the Falcon principle and the axe principle for state-of-the-art aerodynamics and cutting technology. Visit us today at schmeiser-archery.com. Schmeiser Archery, the new generation of technical evolution. Welcome back to Trigger Effect.
Well, it's mid-afternoon. We just got up to the top of this hill here. That's one of my favorite spots for coyote hunting. We bumped 2 coyotes on the way in here. So we're just gonna get camoed up, get the calls out, get ready to do some calling, see if we can't bring a dog out for a evening shoot here this evening. Weather's been really nice. It's starting to warm up, so the coyotes are paired up. And there's plenty of sign around, lots of tracks. They've been using this hill. They've been sleeping up here in the sun, so it's looking like it's gonna be a good evening. So let's get back to the hunting. Well, we've been up here on the hill for a little over an hour. It's a great spot to view from, to watch for coyotes passing through this valley here. One of the key things I like to make note of when I'm up on a vantage point like this is to watch all the other animals. Like right now I have 3 small groups of white-tailed deer out feeding. They are great indicators on when there's a predator around. They will definitely be alarmed when a coyote comes out, and so I just keep an eye on those pockets of deer and make sure that they're not alarmed at anything, and if they are, I know that there's probably a coyote or another predator coming from that area. So it's just something to be aware of when you're out there coyote hunting. There's a coyote about 600 yards right now. Oh, there's 2 of them. There's 2 coyotes coming. So hopefully we can get them on in close enough before it gets too dark. Flip-flopping dirt nap right there. I had 3 coyotes coming in this evening. We're getting low light here. It doesn't look like we were going to get much of a better chance than that one. They like to come out of that river bottom at that spot. So I pretty much had him with the first shot, but I thought I'd give him another one so he didn't take off running. But yeah. We're losing light fast, so let me grab up my brass here and we'll sneak down there and take a look at this guy. I see my battery is gonna die here soon, so it was a good sit this evening. We did some calling, nothing came in, but they like to follow this river bottom into this ranch here, so. Well, we got another coyote here at one of my regular ranches that I hunt on. Not a big dog, but still, he can be a problem if the coyote numbers aren't controlled. So.
Meanwhile in BC, Dean decides to head out and even up the score, with Kent 1 up.
Well, I decided to try coming out and getting a midday hunt in. I heard Kent's up one dog. I figured I could cheat and get a midday hunt and maybe even it up a bit, but so far it's 1-0 for the guide over the biologist. But I got this weekend coming up. So just as Team Canada girls kind of came from behind, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm confident in that.
Westside Stores in beautiful downtown Salmon Arm, providing fishing and hunting equipment, apparel, and knowledgeable staff. Your outdoor sports authority, Westside Stores has provided quality products and service to Salmon Arm for over 20 years. Visit us today at 450-360 Trans-Canada Highway Southwest, Salmon Arm, BC. Online at westsidestores.ca or call us at 250-832-8141. Welcome back to Trigger Effect.
Okay, it's near the end of the season. The dogs are all pairing up. We just got to a new ranch here. The landowner called me the other night, said he's got a lot of coyotes coming right into his feed pens here. And we pulled up, sure enough, there's 2 coyotes standing right here near a silage pit. So they just kind of walked off onto the field. We're going to give them a few minutes until we go get set up. We don't want them to see us get set up, so just going to wait a couple minutes and then go set up, and they should be back before dark. Hopefully we can get one or maybe both of them. So stick it out. We're going to get some coyotes tonight. Hopefully they'll be back soon. They're just standing there, they're just waiting.
Kent spots a coyote on the move and makes a sneak up to some nearby bales. Trigger Effects Becoming a Guide with Mike Hawkridge and Big Country Guide School.
Camp selection and proper equipment is another aspect that we cover with the guides. We teach them the importance of choosing the proper location and the equipment needed to create a safe and efficient camp. Guides gear is another aspect that we cover in the course. We cover all the important factors that a guide is going to have to think about before heading out into the field. Everything from optics to clothing and boots, knives, the importance of some of that basic survival gear, all the things that would be required for a guide to hit the backcountry and be prepared for any situation.
Okay, we just got to this new spot. As we were pulling up, there was 2 coyotes standing right here next to the silage pile. They ran off. We waited for them to calm down so we could get into some bales. I mean, we found a spot here in between a couple big bales. They went into a willow bush off to the south here, and 4 of them came out. So they're skirting around us right now. We're just gonna sit and wait and see if they'll calm down and come back out to the farmyard here. first coyote I've seen this year that's had mange. He has absolutely no hair on his tail. He's not a very healthy dog, but we're gonna take him out of the herd anyhow. Here he comes.
This mangy little coyote won't stand still. Trigger Effect proudly supports the Mule Deer Foundation. Through its membership, the Mule Deer Foundation aims to restore, improve, and protect mule deer habitat. MDF supports wildlife management, promotes public education and research, and encourages responsible, ethical behavior. Visit us online at www.muledeer.org and join today and help us ensure the conservation of mule deer, black-tailed deer, and their habitat.
Gary, we want something that was strong, lightweight, collapsible, and durable. And with this wheel and the no axle on our game carts, we've achieved that.
Built in Carameus, BC, the Sasquatch cart is lightweight, has great clearance, and is strong enough to pack out a variety of game species. It collapses to be more convenient for transport and can be attached to ATVs for those long packs out. To get yours at Sasquatch Fabrications in Carameus, call 250-499-5984 or visit us online at www.sasquatchfabrications.com. Welcome back to Trigger Effect.
He would not stop. He kept getting closer and closer and closer. I'm twisting around in between these bales trying to get lined up on him. Tipped him over though. I think he's only about 100 yards. Now, he was perfect at 200, 120 yards. I wanted to shoot him a little further out there. I thought he was gonna see us moving around, but oh well. Mangy dog dirt nap right there. Oh, I love this coyote hunting.
Bringing Science to the Hunt is brought to you by Thunder Boys Productions Incorporated, specializing in services for the outdoor industry.
Hi folks. I get lots of letters and emails from predator hunters sending me pictures of specifically coyotes in Canada with major hair loss. And so this week on Bringing Science to the Hunt, I'd like to talk about mange. Mange is actually not a skin disorder. It's brought on by mites, which is related to the spider family or the arachnid family. They're microscopic, you can't see them with the plain eye. And what happens is their preferred species is the canine family, where they'll live their entire life cycle. As adults, they live on the skin, which causes major irritation for the animals to scratch to the point of losing their hair. Unfortunately, when the females are pregnant, they burrow under the skin, they lay their eggs, which can cause secondary infection, including scabbing and stuff like that. In Canada, it's very rare that we'll see animals fully nude because unfortunately with our cold winters, these animals tend to succumb to hypothermia. However, in the United States and the southern portions especially, because of the warmer climates, like today, these animals can actually live, and they can look pretty gross. They can have absolutely no hair, they can have deformed skin, everything like that. A lot of the time I get pictures sent to me saying, is it a chupacabra? But the reality is it's a severe case of sarcoptic mange. Now, can it carry over to humans, or what us biologists call a zoonotic potential? Yes, they can. In the adult stage, scabies can come over onto humans. However, they can only live the adult cycle there because we're not the preferred host, so they tend to, shed off and disappear. So it will heal itself. But however, if you do have scabies, you should go in and get a doctor to assist you right away. So that's this week's Bringing Science to the Hunt.
We were sitting there looking at the footage of the mangy one we just shot. And Ryan, my cameraman, says, right there, right there, right there. This coyote popped up right next to the bales. So, yeah, that's why there's no lead up. So the lead up is now 2 dogs, 2 shots. Manitoba coyote hunting at these ranches is awesome. That's a nice big healthy dog. That one's got a nice pelt on him. So, yeah, that was only about 5 minutes after we shot the very first one. So we're just gonna set it out and see if we can't get a bunch more. Let's stack them up like cordwood. That's a prime example of having good relations with landowners and farmers in your local area. We came to this spot. We hadn't even been set up 5 minutes. We've got 2 dogs down. I have not yet blown 1 peep out of a call. And there's probably still 2 or 3 more in the bush back here that are probably gonna come out. And they're coming to this feedlot. So I guess my biggest tip to the viewers is make sure that you have good relations with your landowners, the ranchers in your local area. I got a phone call from this guy the other night. He says, I've got coyotes coming in. I need help. We come out late in the afternoon and we've got 2 coyotes already. So you don't have to be an expert game caller to shoot coyotes. You can go and shoot at spots like this. And we're doing a service for this farmer. He's more than happy to have us here and will have us again. So it's just something to keep in mind. Check it out. Talk to your local farmers. Talk to your local ranchers. Find out if they've got a problem. If they do, go and help them out.
Well, the sun is setting on the final night of our coyote hunts, and the tally is in and Manitoba won this round. We'll see what happens next year as Gary and Dean try to settle the score. Be sure to catch us next week as the boys go after some Merriam turkeys.
Trigger Effect is brought to you by the Mule Deer Foundation, Nikon Optics, Schmeiser Archery, Westside Stores, Sasquatch Fabrications, and these fine sponsors.
Well, that spells it for me this evening. Oh, well, that looks like it spells it for this evening. Nothing came out to the calling or anything.